Time for another story about the retro past from your host, Daemon.
Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, the 29th of September 2020. And this is not a very important video log or anything. I'm just here to talk a little bit about the Arcade Radio Network, or TERN as I call it. We've been on the air for, what is it now, 2 weeks? Something like that. Not keeping track really, but on or about. And it's been quite a ride. It has mainly been quite smooth. We haven't had any major catastrophes. But as everything starts up, it needs to get better. And we had a number of minor technical issues, like schedules that run amok and start generating all kinds of playlists that shouldn't really be. We had an outage due to an overheating server and a number of minor stuff, yes. But those 2 weeks have been largely uneventful. But the problem is that I don't have much time right now. But I do intend this week to start repopulating the station with new musics, new speech, and basically everything else that you need for the station to develop. So that is something that's definitely happening right now and definitely happening in the future. So that's good, right? Yeah, that is good. The music is kind of hard to get. The reason is not that it's hard to find modules. That is easy. I mean, ask any Amiga nerd and you will have them in thousands. But as I think I wrote on the website, we are working up against what is known as Sturgeon's Law. And it states the following: 90% of everything is crap. Okay? Amiga modules, not so much, but there's a lot of Amiga modules that are no good. I mean, during the 90s, we had a revolution with a lot of rave music, and many of those Amiga modules that have this sound are basically samplings of well-known rave songs, which means, yes, you get a copyright strike for them. Also, they sound like everything you ever heard. There is no new thought into it. It's no creativity. Other things could be like a chiptune with, I don't know, Mosley Lola, Swedish silly song. And a few of those, I actually have them on the station just for amusement. But when they get too much, it's no fun. Also, a number of them are like the same pattern thousands of time. It's like it goes on for 15 minutes. And it has, 2 patterns that keep repeating. That get tedious. It's like Hey Jude on auto-repeat, because that song is basically on auto-repeat. Not a bad song, but when everything sounds like that, the station doesn't have the real feeling. So what I'm trying to say is I have to sift through all of songs and find the ones that are good, or at least tolerable. I want a format on the station, a feeling. And this format is playing Amiga tunes that are often a bit more... They need to sound like computer tunes. Not like badly sampled commercial songs that we cannot play anyway. And that is kind of the challenge I'm up against. So it takes a while. I have to listen through, and just making little inserts, like jumping to the beginning of a song, the middle of the song, and the end of the song is a bit dangerous, because you might end up putting a song on the air which has a mid part which contains nasty language or sample loops, because you never know. You have to listen through everything. Otherwise, that could be painful. Also, you can obviously not put things that are racist on. Not that I ever wanted to do that, but there are some things that are, to put it mildly, borderline or above. So yeah, that is the work. And when it comes to the message prompts, that is the little cute sayings I say sometimes, 2 times per hour generally. where I make some joke about Amiga being better than Atari, which isn't really a joke because, that's the truth. Basically, yes. Well, there we are. So all I can say to you right now here, and I'm sorry if I keep rambling here, but I thought you might be interested in it. We're getting better all the time. I will stop shortly, but let me just say we're experimenting with some more advanced audio processing, mostly for speech. So the station gets better, sounds more like you want it, and in the future we have coming up a better website that will be able to show you the whole playlist, and you should be able to rate the songs with stars, like 1 to 5. That's coming up. But I'm going to be totally honest with you. The station is working. There are people listening, but not much. Our listening base is not large. I mean, at any given time, we're often below 10 simultaneous listeners. And putting a lot of effort into that may not always be funny. So please listen if you can. Tell your people around you, people that you think could like this kind of music, or people that remember the Amiga that we exist. The more listeners, the more feedback, the more effort I will put into it. It's that simple, really. I mean, if we don't have any listeners eventually, it's just costing a lot of money to keep everything operating. That is the truth. But that's the truth with everything that anyone ever puts out on the internet. Thank you for listening.
The Aircade Radio Network. Go to our website at radio.aircade.net and listen directly to our show with your smartphone or laptop computer.